sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
Right. Get this, a football play so strong, it just blows apart this record that's stood since, like, before the Super Bowl even existed.
Wow.
We're talking Eagles playoff game against the Rams, total game for the history books.
Yeah, I mean, tons to talk about here.
You already know they won.
Of course.
But we're digging into the how and the why. You know, what made this game so special?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people kind of forget this is the divisional round, right?
Yeah.
So the stakes are super high, and they'd already, pretty decisively beaten the Rams earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Their ground game was just, like, unstoppable, and everybody was waiting to see if they could pull it off again.
Well, they didn't just pull it off, they kind of rewrote the record books here.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 touchdowns, runs of over 40 yards each, same quarter.
Oh, wow.
Think about that. This hasn't happened in a playoff game since 1963.
It's incredible.
We're talking pre-Super Bowl era.
Yeah, it really shows you how rare this is, right? This kind of offensive explosion, especially in the playoffs, because everybody's playing it safe, not trying to make mistakes.
Right.
But the Eagles just went all in on that ground game.
Yeah, it worked.
It really did.
Okay, let's break down these touchdown runs because they're worth really savoring here.
For sure.
First up, you've got Jalen Hurts' 44-yard touchdown run.
Yep.
Now, not only did this add to that record, but it also sets a franchise record, longest QB scoring run in the playoff.
Hurts is such an athlete, right? He's not just back there passing.
Right.
He's a threat to run at any time, and I think the Rams' defense was completely caught off guard by how fast he is.
Yeah, but they weren't done.
No, not even close.
Saquon Barkley then follows that up with a 62-yard touchdown run.
Oh, man.
Now, this makes him only the second player ever to have 3 60-plus yard touchdowns against the same team in a single season.
Jeez.
Including the playoffs.
Including in the playoffs.
He already did this twice against the Rams in the regular season.
I mean, talk about a nightmare for their defense.
Oh, for sure.
But I think this is more than just luck, right? Or just like individual brilliance. This really points to a strategy on the part of the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
They knew that they could run on these guys. Remember that regular season matchup?
Yeah.
The Eagles ran for over 300 yards against them.
So they went into this game thinking, like, we're just going to run it right at you again.
I think so.
That's pretty bold, especially for a playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a calculated risk.
Yeah.
But you can also see the confidence they have in their offensive line, their running backs. Like, they trusted their strengths and they played to them.
Yeah, it's like they're almost playing chess, not football.
Yeah.
They're like thinking, moves ahead, and looking at the opponent's weaknesses.
It's a strategic element for sure.
Yeah.
And remember that snowy Lions game back in 2013?
Yeah.
The Eagles pulled off something similar, right? 2 40-plus yard touchdown runs in a single game. And guess who they were playing against?
Who?
A team led by Matthew Stafford.
Oh, wow.
St. Matthew Stafford, they just dominated.
Wait, are you saying there's a connection here?
Like,
this isn't just coincidence.
it's possible.
So we're seeing this, pattern emerge with Stafford and, strong running games, especially in, not great conditions.
Yeah.
That snowy Lions game from 2013 is suddenly feeling almost like a blueprint for how to beat him.
It's interesting, right? Like, if I'm a coach and I'm game planning against Stafford, I'm definitely looking at that 2013 Eagles game tape.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to wonder if other teams have picked up on that.
Yeah, if they haven't, they're definitely taking notes now.
Yeah.
But this game wasn't just about, exploiting Stafford's weaknesses.
Right.
It highlights this bigger thing we're seeing in football.
Yeah.
Everyone's obsessed with the passing game,
The quarterback.
the flashy quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But this game shows how powerful a strong running game can still be.
Oh, absolutely. It's like going back to basics, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the simplest strategies are the most effective, especially when you execute them well.
Totally.
And they didn't just run the ball a lot. They used the run game to, control the clock, wear down the Rams' defense.
Oh, yeah. They totally dominated time of possession in this game.
For sure.
Almost 35 minutes for the Eagles compared to 25 for the Rams.
Yeah. And you can't win if you don't have the ball, right?
Right, exactly.
Time of possession is huge, and I think it's something that gets overlooked, especially with all these highlight reel plays. But it's not just about keeping your offense on the field, it's also keeping their offense off the field.
Yeah.
So you limit their scoring opportunities.
Right.
The Eagles' ability to just control the clock was so important for their victory.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams' offense was basically stuck in neutral the entire game.
Yeah, it must have been just so demoralizing for them.
Totally.
They knew it was coming.
But they couldn't stop it.
They just couldn't stop it.
Yeah, and it's like a mental hurdle they couldn't get over, right?
Right.
They already lost to the Eagles this way in the regular season, and to see it happen again on an even bigger stage, that can be really damaging psychologically.
It makes you wonder if the Eagles were playing mind games almost as much as they were playing football.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think the Eagles coaching staff, they knew the impact this would have.
Yeah.
If you believe you can run the ball on someone, and they believe it too, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So this wasn't just about physical strength and strategy. It was also about mental toughness and, like, imposing their will on the other team.
Yeah, for sure.
But this game wasn't just about beating the Rams.
Right.
Like, it could have this ripple effect on the whole league.
You're thinking about, like, a resurgence of the run game.
Yeah, exactly. What if this Eagles game starts a trend? Are we going to see more teams thinking run first?
It's possible. I mean, in a league that's so obsessed with passing, the Eagles showed that a strong strategic run game can still win games.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that football, at its heart, is about blocking and tackling.
Right.
And if you can do those things better than the other team, you've got a good chance of winning no matter what the fancy stats say.
It's true. I mean, this game could be like a turning point. Maybe we're seeing the dawn of, like, a new era of smash mouth football.
That's a really interesting thought.
Yeah.
I mean, this Eagles game, we might remember it not just for the record-breaking runs, but also for its impact on the future of the game.
Right.
But, you know, we've talked about strategy and league-wide trends, but there's that human element here that's hard to ignore.
Totally. We've talked, like, the strategy, league trends, like you said, the human element. You can't ignore it.
Yeah.
I mean, think about what this win meant
Right.
for the players.
The coaches.
The coaches, the fans, everyone.
Oh, it's just pure joy, right? Like, all that hard work, everything they put into it, and it pays off.
Yeah.
But it also shows how resilient they are. You know, they had people doubting them, they had to overcome things, and they proved they could compete.
At the highest level.
Yeah.
What about the Rams, though?
Yeah.
This has got to be tough for them. Not just losing, but losing this way. It just exposes those weaknesses.
Yeah, it's going to be humbling.
Yeah.
It raises questions, right, about how they'll adjust.
Yeah.
Can they fix their run defense?
Yeah.
Can they figure out how to beat the Eagles?
Yeah.
You know, those are questions for the offseason.
Yeah.
But right now, all eyes are on the Eagles.
They made history.
They defied expectations.
They really did, and they sent a message to the league.
Don't underestimate a strong run game.
And a team that really wants to win.
And a team that wants it.
Yeah, it's like a reminder that even in football.
Which is so complex.
Yeah.
All the analytics.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the fundamentals.
It really is.
Blocking, tackling. Yeah, that's how you win.
They went back to basics, and they did it with such intensity and precision.
Yeah, it was remarkable to watch.
And they left us with a lot to think about. I mean, will this inspire other teams?
Yeah.
Are we going to see a shift away from all this passing?
Yeah. Only time will tell.
That's true.
But this game definitely made the playoffs more exciting.
Oh, for sure.
It makes you wonder who's going to be the next team to shake things up.
To rewrite the record books.
Exactly.
Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive, but as always, thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have the ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what